So today I thought I would show you how I made my peacock feathers for Kirstie's Handmade Christmas. Now, I absolutely adore peacocks. They're my second most favourite animal. First being bear, third being pangolin. So this is a really simple shape and it should have been really easy, but it was one of the most challenging things that I made on that programme, because at the time when I bought all this glitter vinyl, in fact, by the way, the glitter vinyl was from Amazon. It was just over £9 for a pack, and you got 10 sheets, square sheets in different colours. So got that, and I ordered bloody loads of it as well, because I was going to originally make 25, but I ended up just making 20. And originally I was going to make them double-sided, but in real life peacock feathers aren't double-sided, so I thought, keep it easy, Jen. In fact, that was one thing I kept saying to myself. Keep it simple, stupid. I should have written it on the bloody wall in front of me, but I didn't, so I kept making things complicated. So I ended up just making 20, because when you go on, or before you go on to the show, you have to list every single thing that you're making, the materials, if you can, where you got it from. So yeah, you have to pretty much live up to everything that you've said that you'll make. So I did email and say, look, I'm just going to make 20 of these in the end, which was fine. So I shall now put the camera down and I'll show you the process that I used. In fact, while I put this camera down, I don't know if you can see just there, the princess stolen my chair. Look, she's always doing that with me. She just wants my heat. Right, so this is how I did it. Now, the reason they were such a challenge is I didn't realise that this glitter vinyl doesn't stick to itself when you peel the backing off. So I learnt that the hard way. I tried every single conceivable sticky substance to try and make them stick. I used hot glue gun, I used Gorilla Glue, I used PVA, I used normal double-sided tape, and the only thing that would make it stick was really heavy-duty, expensive double-sided tape. I went onto a forum to see if anybody had any ideas, and they were like, well, no, we kind of know that it doesn't stick to itself. So I was like, I seriously think there's a niche in the market there now to make glitter vinyl that sticks to itself. I guess because it's essentially like sandpaper in a way. It's not a flat surface. So this is how I did it. So I cut out each individual shape, stuck those on top of each other like so. So yep, layered those all up with my double-sided tape like that. Then these were the sort of sheets that I made, that I bought cut up, because I could get about 3 out of one of those sheets. So I then put that on there like that. I'd made myself a template already of this shape, so that all I had to do is, once I stuck that on there, I could draw around it. And so then I got to this point. Now again, this is one of my wonderful little Heath Robinson little systems here. Because I was making so many of them, I thought, Christ, Jen, you need to work out a system. So what I did was, I made this little board. It's just a piece of foam board. Put a hole in it. Put a paper fastener through my ruler that's got holes in, fortunately. And then just your normal black Sharpie is what I used. And I don't mind telling you, thank goodness you can get a fair few of these in Tesco's relatively cheap, because they really chew up your nib, again, because it's essentially like a fine sandpaper. So yeah, I got this like that on my board. So I would then stick this in place so that it doesn't move, and then to get the lines I just literally was like that, just eyeballing it. I didn't measure them. I thought, I'm just going to go for it. You do have to be a little bit careful when you come up to another layer there, just so that it will sort of run round it. So as that just did there, look, but that's all right, because then I won't do all of them, but then, because what I did then after that was, again, because I like the old heavy dark outline, I would then use the Sharpie just to draw around it all like that. And in some ways, it being layered like this, it gives you a nice edge to put your Sharpie up to. And then so once I'd did all these, I also went in on the edges of everyone just to make that line even thicker. You can get it down to a fine art once you get going. So yeah, that was pretty much how I did that. The green stuff, that's a slightly different glitter paper. I got that in my local art shop. And so once I'd then done all of that, I then just picked out a few of the ones here just on the edge here and just thickened them up every other sort of one just to give it a little bit more definition. And then I finished off then by literally just drawing around the edge here. Now this is where it starts to eat at your Sharpie, on this edge here. So you can make that line as thick as you want, really. So I didn't even really get time to put all these on my tree, which was a bit of a shame because they looked really nice in you know, the light once you got the Christmas tree lights on. So that's how I made those. And then when they sent all the stuff back to me, I'd forgotten I'd put this little list in there. And this little list, when we had our tea break, that was our first sort of break after they'd done a bit of filming with us. So we'd done an hour and we were up in this room having our break, and I kind of had a real blank moment. Maybe it was a senior moment, I don't know, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what else I had to put on the tree. I knew I'd made a lot, but I guess it was nerves. And so I bought myself a chocolate bar just to have in my break. I got it from Aldi's. My God, this is nice chocolate. Also, I love that it's that kind of arts and crafts movement typeface, which is why I bought it, because I'm a real sucker for packaging and advertising. God, the things I've bought. And I love it because it's got Moser written on there. So I did wonder if there was anything related to Coleman Moser or Moser, however you pronounce his surname. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Fantastic, one of the Vienna secessionist artists. Wonderful. I'm pretty sure he or Charles Rennie Mackintosh, they maybe influenced each other. I might be wrong in saying that, so if I am, just let me know. So yeah, I had my chocolate bar, and then I thought, Jen, just write every bloody thing down that you were going to make so that when you get down there, it's all there. So again, when you get down there and you're working in your little space, you don't have an awful lot of room. You're literally your tree. You can just about get round it, and you have a little table. So I had all my boxes and everything, and it all started to get really disorganised, but having this little list helped. Having said that though, the production team were wonderful. They tidied up all the space when you'd come down for your break. So yeah, they were really lovely. So that's pretty much it on how I did my peacock feathers. Thank you for watching.